back to New Rockstars. It's me, MT, and hold on to your butts because the mad multiverse is coming to the MCU soon with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And judging by our first look at Doctor Strange's next multiversal mess that premiered at the end of his last multiversal mess in Spider-Man No Way Home, the laws of reality are breaking down, allowing for the craziest of possibilities and cameos that would drive any organism that does not like fun and exciting shit absolutely mad. And with rumored cameos from Sony Spider-Man and Fox X-Men brewing all over iCarly's internet.
Interesting.
What if I told you that Multiverse of Madness could also cameo one of the greatest threats the Fantastic Four and the Marvel Universe have ever faced? That's right, my nerd babies. There is a good chance that we could see Galactus and his origins revealed in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Because, my friends, Marvel Studios has secretly been hiding their Galactus plans right under our noses the entire time. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. So let's go on and speculate, Speculation Nation. Okay, so remember how we got to meet up with Wang briefly in Spider-Man No Way Home, and he seemed like he was a little bit too preoccupied to babysit his interns long enough to keep Aunt May and her donuts safe from Willem Dafoe? Like, why was that? Like, what was wrong with the Wang that he needed to frosted flake out on the homies for so long? Well, if you think about it, before his short run-in with Peter in No Way Home, the last MCU hero Wang crossed over with was Shang-Chi at the end of his first solo film, as Disney Plus seems to confirm in their timeline ordering of their Phase 4 films. And in that post-credit scene, we learn that the Ten Rings are sending a powerful beacon out into space, with a signal that seems to strangely affect every wizard that taps into that same orange eldritch magic that Shang-Chi's rings glowed when he straight up murked that Dweller in Darkness in the magical land of Ta Lo. And good thing too, because that dude sucked. Now, we don't know exactly which cosmic nefarious forces out there in the universe might have heard or felt these signals coming from the Ten Rings. I mean, given that Shang-Chi does seem to take place shortly before the emergence of Tiamat in Eternals, there is a good chance that the Ten Rings beacon could have been what triggered the Celestials to MCU Earth. However, I do not think that it's just the Celestials that could have felt this energetic shift, because as we can also deduce from the events of Shang-Chi, this energy projection from the rings can also be felt on a multiversal scale. Because remember, when Ying-Nan, Shang-Chi's badass aunt, does reveal to us that Ta Lo does not exist within the same universe as the main MCU. It is a neighbor universe like the Tobey and Andrew Spider-Man universes and the Fox X-Men universe. Completely separate. Play the clip, John.
The realm of Ta Lo stretches far beyond the shores of our small village. We have cities that surpass any in your universe.
This quote from Shang-Chi's aunt about Ta Lo having cities beyond anything in the entirety of Shang-Chi's universe should not be taken lightly, because I believe that this is Marvel Studios' secret way of teasing Galactus' coming cosmic carnage to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because the reason why Ta Lo is called Ta Lo is because that this is the MCU version of Galactus' home planet of Ta. Because in the very pages of Thor 169, where Galactus' origin is first revealed, Galactus himself reveals that his paradise home planet of Ta was a planet so far advanced than any other that there are no words to do it justice. And it's ever-changing, ever-ancient, ever-wondrous to behold. And the boy Galactus was not lying about the ancient wonder, because in addition to having amazing technological advancements like, these thought spheres that the citizens of Ta used to use to travel instead of cars, which could be why the mountains of Ta Lo have those holes in them, maybe for thought spheres to go through. The planet of Ta was also home to dragons and other weird mythical creatures, much like Ta Lo is. Like, Shang-Chi was literally teasing the coming of Galactus right under our noses. Well, what do you know? Ta Lo was Ta on the low. If 2022 is the year that you finally start your own business, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence for that business. The kind of website that makes you look and feel Fortune 500, even if you're just starting out and are more like Mama's Basement 9000. Squarespace lets you present members-only gated content, connect your social media accounts, present video content, and all other cool features to give you a super cool, super functional website for your hobby or business. Squarespace will even sell you a URL, which is fantastic. Collect the emails of interested folks and send custom custom newsletters to keep them up to date on what you're doing and all the cool new business stuff that you are up to. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/newrockstars to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/newrockstars for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now, this is where those floating ruins in the Multiverse of Madness trailer, as well as Sylvie's shenanigans during Loki, come in, because there is a possibility that these ruins could be the multiversal ruins where the Kamar-Taj connected Ta Lo once stood. Because remember when Sylvie bombed Jonathan Major's sacred timeline, then nothing seemingly came of it? Seemingly? Well, in the Marvel Comics, the space explorer Galan, the man Galactus was before he crunched on continents, was the first to report to everybody on his home planet of Taa that their universe was doomed to be consumed by the multiversal dark entity they called the Black Winter, a dark force that disintegrated and killed everything in its path, much like Alioth in the TVA timeline-destroying Alioth bombs did in the Loki series, with the Black Winter eventually killing everybody in the universe except for Galan, who, despite his desperate attempt to flee the Black Winter by flying his spaceship directly into Taa's sun, ends up being turned into Galactus by this entity, the Black Winter itself, according to a recent 2020 Thor comic book run. But this all being said, with Alioth's dark multiversal energies consuming so many timelines after Sylvie's bombings, we could very well see at least the beginnings of a potential MCU Galactus origin story in Multiverse of Madness. Because with the MCU establishing Ta Lo as the main MCU's newest multiversal neighbor with Shang-Chi, not long after having Sylvie bombing so many of the MCU's neighbors in Loki, we could very well see the MCU's adaptation of Galactus's comics origins, as Galan is turned into a Galactus as a result of Sylvie introducing Alioth's darknesses to the universe of Ta Lo. And also because the super strong signal is being sent out from the 10 rings that can be felt on a multiversal level, Galactus could make a beeline directly for MCU Earth through one of the many unstable dimensional openings that Doctor Strange seemed to be opening up in Multiverse of Madness. Those very unstable dimensional openings that Mordo warned him about in Doctor Strange 1 if he kept on abusing the power of that time-traveling green bean of his.
Temporal manipulations can create branches in time. Unstable dimensional openings. Spatial paradoxes. Time loops! You want to get stuck reliving the same moment over and over forever, or never having existed at all?
And this could be the very threat that Wang could have gone to address during the events of No Way Home, rather than, defend New York City and the New York Sanctum from multi-dimensional threats like the Sinister Cinco. He probably had bigger, more cosmically hungrier things headed to our planet to worry about. And if these floating ruins in the Multiverse of Madness trailer are the ruins of Kamar-Taj, and Kamar-Taj is somehow linked to all of the Eldritch magic in the MCU, there could be also a chance that Strange's orange Eldritch magic could have disappeared with Ta Lo's destruction, which is why Strange could be leaning on America Chavez and Wanda Maximoff for help, because they use a different form of energy than the magic of Kamar-Taj. But whether it's through tiny Galan or a large man Galactus, I definitely do think that Ta Lo will be ushering in our favorite two-eyed, two-horned, grimy purple planet eater very soon to the MCU, especially with the Fantastic Four on the way. And since John Watts just got his multiversal crash course with No Way Home, he's the perfect man to tackle some multiversal shenanigans with Galactus. I'm just saying. But that is what I think. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. You can follow me at MasterTainment if you want to see me tweet some really weird shit. But most importantly, you can follow us at New Rockstars wherever we are on social media. If you follow us on YouTube, please hit that notification bell so you can get notifications every time we upload a video, because we are always making amazing content for you guys, because we love you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.